You're probably wondering, Tommy, why are you making this video? I mean, don't you live here? Aren't you a real estate agent? Aren't you supposed to be telling people about all the good things to move here? And yeah, I've made a ton of videos about that on my channel. I mean, if you look, I have all these playlists on all these cities here on why the Palm Springs area is a great place to live. But I know there's probably people wondering, what are the negative things? I mean, what are the things you should be considering about living here that aren't so great, you know? So that's what this video is, to give you a realistic idea of life here in California and, you know, the Palm Springs area. So let's get started. The first thing is the heat. If you don't like heat, then this might not be the place for you. Now, a lot of people might be watching this thinking they're gonna buy a second home, or, you know, it's gonna be vacation rental, just, you know, a property. You're gonna be a snowbird, okay? You're gonna live here a few months out of the year in the winter months when the temperature is on average in the 70s. But in the summer months, it's about 105 degrees on average in the summer months. So if you don't like heat, honestly, I just wouldn't recommend coming here. Straight up, it's that simple. I mean, now, and especially there's a caveat to this. I mean, if you like work outside, you know, say you're a roofer, or you just have like, say you're a gardener, landscaper, if you do some kind of job, I got a little hair in my eye, you got some kind of job where you're working outside all the time, then it could be pretty brutal being in the heat in the summer months, especially if it's your occupation. It's not like you have a choice. You can't be laying by the pool in the summer months. You're working. But, you know, if you like sunshine, then this is the place to be. I mean, it rains here about 12, 15 days out of the year. So, I mean, it's like 350 days of sunshine. Now, if you don't like it being sunny all the time, you know, if you don't like perfect blue skies and just no clouds, and, you know, if the sunshine depresses you and you prefer the snow on your front porch and your driveway, and you like scraping the ice off your windshield, and, you know, dealing with like fog and, you know, gloominess and rainy days, then, you know, this isn't the place for you. We don't have a lot of seasons here. The season is sunshine all the time. Maybe this is why I am the way I am, you know. It's all that, you know, vitamin D I'm getting. So yeah, if you don't like the heat, yeah, just don't come here, I guess. Or buy a second home, make it a second home. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. In the summer months, you're not stranded. You could go to San Diego in 2 hours, or Orange County. You could go to Los Angeles. I mean, you could get away, and that's what my family does. When it gets a little too hot, we just leave for a few weeks and just, you know, go to the beach. I mean, that's the perk of living in the Palm Springs area. You're still in California, where in other places, you're just still in that place. And here we got options, okay? The second reason why you should never move to the Palm Springs area is California has high taxes. I mean, everyone knows this. California, it's an expensive place. You gotta pay to play, okay? California has a state income tax that's pretty high. You know, it could be up to 13% for high income earners over $1 million. You know, we have a sales tax that could be, you know, around 8% on average across the state. We also have, you know, an excise tax, whatever that means, on gas. So gas here is a little more expensive. I don't think we have an estate tax, so when you die, you know, it's tax-free. That's something to look forward to, right? On death. But, I mean, other than that, it's expensive. So, you know, there's a lot of other states like Washington, Florida, Texas, where you have no income tax at all. So, I mean, in the perfect world, you know, I would have a home in like one of these other states, and my second home would be here. My primary residence would be elsewhere. I wouldn't pay any income tax and, you know, avoid it altogether. But since I do live here full time, I pay the income tax. But to me, it's like, you pay to play, you know? I mean, California is expensive. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, but it's something to think about. You know, if you're going to start a business here, it could be very difficult, you know? It's a tough place, but I like to think if you can make it in California, you could make it anywhere. If you're going to be a landlord here, I would say, these are just bonus little things. I would say have like more short-term rentals, because California is more tenant-friendly than landlord-friendly. So, you know, this is just the real facts here. I would probably do more short-term rentals if you're going to do them in the Palm Springs area, because it might be hard to evict someone if they're not paying their rent. The third reason why you should never move to the Palm Springs area is if you don't like earthquakes, okay? Because we have them. I don't really remember when the last one was, but they come from time to time. I grew up here in California all my life, and it's never bothered me. I think it's a lot better personally than tornadoes or like tropical storms and all that kind of stuff people deal with elsewhere. But let's just look here on this chart. You can see all the major earthquakes we've had. Here's California's big earthquakes. These are the largest recorded earthquakes since 1800, so a long time ago. San Francisco, Mendocino, actually a lot of these places are in Northern California, so don't buy there, buy in the Palm Springs area. But you can see the last one was in 2019, no fatalities, so that's great. There was one in 1999, not much happened. 94, 57 people killed. 89, 63 people killed. And 1933, that was a long time ago, 115 killed, but new building codes for schools, so that's good. So, construction here has gotten a lot better to factor in the earthquakes, so when a builder's building a home, they do different things than they would do in different states. So, the home doesn't come crumbling down like, the Three Little Pigs story. Let's take a look and compare earthquakes to tornadoes, okay? So here we go. This is just in 2020. Mind you, last few years, no one has been killed from an earthquake here in California. But let's see this tornado outbreak. 7 fatalities, okay? 25, 32, 6, 2, 7. Okay, so there's been more deaths from tornadoes in the last year than maybe last 10 years in California. Don't quote me on that. An earthquake could happen tomorrow. But all I'm saying is earthquakes, yeah, they happen, and if you're scared of them, don't come here. But historically, it hasn't been that big of a deal. And these are really my top 3 reasons to never move here. I don't really have that many. Honestly, this was a hard video to make because I couldn't come up with a lot of bad things. The biggest thing was the heat. That was pretty much it. But you know what I tell people? If it was like 70 degrees here all year round, the home prices would be a lot more expensive than they are. And if you're thinking about moving here, which I have people calling me all the time because there's not a lot of reasons not to live here, then look at my contact informations below. Get a hold of me. I'd love to help you. I've helped so many people from this channel, and thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.